You ready?
I have to be, bro.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because there's no, like, if I say no, then you're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, take 30 seconds and then wait for you to be ready.
What's going on, bitches?
Subscribe.
Hey!
What's
Going on, bitches? I'm Alexander, joined here today by the wonderful, weird world of Josh. Josh, how you doing today? What's going on? It's been a little bit since last time you've been on the show.
Not to lie.
Yeah, I'm lying.
I'm gonna speak out against these harsh. Nah, it's not harsh. We record every episode in one day, so all the episodes you're gonna see for the next year was recorded in one day.
In one sitting. It was a long ass sitting. Today we're playing this fun little game called Do Not Take This Cat Home.
I wonder why.
Fun game that you can find. It's a top link in the description below on itch.io. This actually looks exactly like my cat, Lucy.
With the beady yellow eyes.
Yeah, the beady fuck. I think Lucy has green eyes. We're going to try and get at least one ending. You know, I don't want to be here like all day on this game, but definitely try at least one ending. You're not having a great day, as usual.
Say that again.
Fucking loser. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out.
The main character speech impediment, bro.
Actually, here, you voice the main character, because I think it's just going to be the main character talking throughout this game. I'll do, like, everything else.
Okay.
But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when...
I have voice acting. Huh? What was that?
There are only a few people around on the street.
Who's making those mewing noises?
Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Oh, shit. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. You are chosen. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to an entrance of a dark, clingly, dingy hallway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Finally, the sound source comes in the view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, it's a cat.
Huh. Guess that should have been obvious.
Who wrote this dialogue? It's an interesting looking cat. Pretty yellow eyes, shine like gold amongst the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you.
Huh? S. So cute.
Shit! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats, but if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You didn't think you'd mind bowing
down.
Oh, you don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord.
Huh.
You look around the alley with a small frown.
Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually?
Cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you as if waiting for you to make the next move. All right, well,
we're gonna take it home.
I think I was gonna say, I think we take it home. But it says do not take the cat home.
Okay, do you want a 3-minute video or a 30-minute video?
Let's try it. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking in a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon, and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod.
Sorry. Good luck out here, okay?
Meow. You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind. Rain's picking up. Time to head home. Ending. Nyat the fool. There you go.
Wow. No, you can just load the save. Hit save. Yeah, click it. No. Return. History.
The hell?
Why is there no load?
Why can't I load? There's no quick load. I mean, I could just skip it. I don't mind. I'm just confused at this point.
No, just click right click the save.
I think you have to. I'm pretty sure. What is auto? Oh. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna skip ahead.
Oh, you know there's a skip button, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to skip too far. Oh, whoopsies. All right, right click does that. All right. I think there's a load option, but I think it's locked for now until you do like a full run. I take the cat home.
You know what?
You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you.
Why not?
It's probably the nicest Josh has ever been to a cat.
In a video game. You're all alone and well. I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so...
You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest.
Was it like an eldritch monster or something?
I don't know.
Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while.
Playing the same game, bro. Oh, I should get Lucy in here. And then we're gonna have Lucy cuddle up to Josh. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now...
Let's get you out of the rain, okay?
Airball. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. God damn it. Fucking Kyle.
Bro.
Kyle's this like fucking reoccurring character on the channel. I feel. Oh, God damn it. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at the beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food.
Yeah, I didn't do this shit, bro.
Completely ignores it.
Not hungry, I guess.
You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all.
I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay?
Gummy goo? Yes, Pomni.
The fuck is that from?
The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile.
Why did you say that, bro?
Driving in my car. That's enough of a thanks for you. Follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread, toasted, mayo mustard spread, turkey cheese, lettuce, perfectly placed.
What condiment?
Tomato slice. Ah! Oh, it's you.
What condiment?
Mustard.
Ow!
You wince as you cut your fingers on the knife while slicing the tomato.
Stupid.
You feel a little...
Stupid.
Starts fucking lopping your finger off. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you.
Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... Huh?
You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. It's a vampire. You're so shocked, but by the time you come to your senses, the knife's been completely licked clean. The cat sits back at you, staring. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do, right? Oops, sorry. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's raining outside. Not after all of your efforts. You're going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyways. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not. It's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried of the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched.
Come on already. Enough already.
You shove it away a little more forcefully, this time out of the annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep.
Maybe a vet will have an idea of how to calm it down.
You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out into the rain. And after finding the number of a local vet, you pick up the landline and...
Huh?
The lights just... went out? Great. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check the cell phone only to find that it's out of battery. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed up with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock.
Huh?
Kill. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now, you realize your clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking, it's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round inky pits.
Huh?
Ah, shit. Flashlight flickers. The cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid bumping of your heart and your blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored, but no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're even afraid to take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know.
What?
I don't know, you just laughed at that.
Link, bro. Link's playing the visual novel.
You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Dude.
Is that a guy or a girl?
A little bit both.
Is that a guy or a girl?
Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. No. Not that you could even if you did. You can't stay there. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tingle together under you in your haste and you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the leg of your what?
The length
of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on the tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinted in a strange light coming from the outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, in regards to your inexplicably open door screech to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. Your kitchen knife? Still tinted with red from your earlier blunder. But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. Oh. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back. Hi, Mr. Kitty. Hi, Mr. Kitty. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. I'm going to take a sip.
Cat's out of the bag.
Hi, Mr. Kitty. Oh, this is a good one. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. I need to get like a fuck ton of those Arizona sweet teas. They're so good for my voice.
Buy one on
like
buy them on Amazon.
Yeah. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade.
Your
senses slowly begin to overwhelm you.
This cat's fucking crazy.
The chill of the air is the chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in. Licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. Scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Meow. Golden eyes. Golden eyes realize. Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you are already down on your feet and out the door. I got out. You run or rather limp down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The house, the trees, the road, even you, everything, except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. What's the Kanye bar?
That's not Kanye bar.
So I was like, can't stop, won't stop. I don't remember how it goes.
Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you.
Gaze.
Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind. Even then, you don't stop running because if the cat's right there ahead of you, then what the fuck is behind you?
What was behind?
What do you think? Which one?
Keep running.
I want to look behind me, honestly.
I find we'll look behind then. Illusion of choice.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an ending. That's why.
This isn't me.
Oh.
Well, you want me to voice it?
Sure.
Interesting. How very, very interesting.
Ending 0. It begins. All right. There we go. Now we have the option to load.
Don't load from either of those. There you go.
Keep running.
Oh. Interesting. How very, very interesting.
What? Did I say the same thing twice? Just keep running, right?
Yeah. Oh, fucking damn it. It's one of these games. It's a time loop game. Click skip. Oh, wait. Hold on. It's different now.
Yeah. You're walking. Right, of course. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. Okay, because it's all these disappearances, and now you're playing from a different person who's gone out and is also going to stumble across the cat.
I was thinking about it's a loop game, but sure.
I don't think it is. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibility of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it.
Huh? What was that?
Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. Timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground is softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat.
I guess that should have been obvious.
It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you.
Huh? Huh? It looks so familiar.
Or maybe it is a time loop game. Okay.
Right?
Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Quick save. We're going to try not taking the cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. Yeah, I already read this. There's no way you could side below.
Huh.
Oh, shit. Let's feed cat. Feed cat. Cat might be hungry, right? You can't imagine it's hard to... You can't imagine that it had much to eat if it's so attached to this box. Though, it doesn't actually... Holy fuck! It doesn't exactly seem malnourished either. Surely it must have left the box to search for food. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you it's not the case, and not to think on it any farther. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day or out knowing you left behind a hungry cat, especially when you could have done something to help. So, what you do about the hungry cat? This. Not yet. So.
It's a time loop game.
Yeah. Look around the area. You glance around the dark, dingy alley and only see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there were something for the cat to eat, surely you would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to just give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smoke. You listen. Scritch, scratch. You just barely make out the sound of faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin. And... you lunge. What the fuck? You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You stumbled and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasped in your hand, is a small mouse. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wiggling and wriggling, struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite you or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with its black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. Let's feed mouse to cat. The mouse looks scared, as if it could sense your intentions. No, papa, no. It weakly starts to struggle again. The mouse is reluctant. Feed mouse to stray. You feed mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. Oh my god. The mouse's pain squeaks and squeals pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat mews happily at you, red tinting its fangs. The cat curls up its now bloodstained box and goes to sleep.
Huh.
Josh gets to play the sighing game.
Yep.
You take the chance to leave. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home. And cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide to just go home. Huh.
Dang.
After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. You head straight to your room, waiting on your bed, and collapse on your bed, falling in a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Scritch, scritch. Ah, shit. The squeaking and scurrying noises all around you. It's so loud and constant they sound like screams in the darkness of your room. Ah, fuck. You see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed.
Whoa.
You try to...
Ah!
But you cry out you cry out as twin lances of pain race up your legs. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape, the hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting in the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. God damn. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks.
No! Leave me alone.
No, don't touch me there. Desperate, you crawl with your arms towards the door. Yeah, because that's fucking worked in the past.
How do we know?
The mice descend upon you. GG, twin. Biting into your skin. Gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach out for the doorknob. Your arm heavy, weighed down by the mice clinging to it with little claws of tiny teeth, you manage to jostle the doorknob enough for the door to slowly swing open. God damn,
Wow.
they're ripping your ass apart, bruh.
Holy.
But your outstretched arm suddenly falls to the ground lifeless. The mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. As a few mice creep forwards to curiously inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar-looking mouse? It stares at you, the darkness in its beady black eyes. You can't begin to measure their depths. This is fucking Satan, bro. DD Mega Satan.
PB doo-doo.
Nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it. Aimed at you. You collapse, head hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure how you're so conscious the pain should be indescribable, and yet you just feel a cold sense of loss. The mice have clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. First, let me fucking die. Kira! You weakly cough up blood. They must have damaged something important. You feel something being pulled out of you, and in between the moments that blankets of darkness fade out of your vision. You hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse.
How are we alive, bro?
Weirdly shaped, red with blood and pulsing. And, oh, that's your heart, isn't it?
Oh, that's core of my comfort character.
The other mice all descend upon and abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but you also feel anger? Yes, so much anger. How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails is a pair of glowing eyes staring in from the darkness beyond the doorway. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. My hero! Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength, when something with soft, slightly damp and sticky fur nuzzles your cheek.
Good kitty.
Ending 27?
I don't know why you're surprised. Are we playing this to completion? Because I don't...
What the fuck do you think?
No.
Holy
It's a no, right?
Yes,
We're going to
obviously.
play it like 3 more times to
At
see what...
most.
Because this is a time loop game.
God fucking damn. Okay.
We should take it home.
This time?
Hold on, wait.
Take it home or do not? What do you think?
Yeah, let's take it home.
Oh.
Well, why not?
Right? You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm.
Let's get you out of here, yeah?
Purr, bitch.
Bruh.
On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food, but that would be a waste of time.
Huh?
You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment.
See?
1 bedroom, 1 bath, and you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being, even though, yeah. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment, but it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Let's do something with the cat. I love the cat. I think he's cute.
I don't know, bro. It eats flesh.
Like what? What do you think we should do? Clean him, play with him, feed him, or pet him? Probably
him.
clean him. Huh?
Do the top one.
Pet? I feel like literally like every single action gives you a different ending.
Yep.
It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat. Oh, it's like Lucy. The cat dashes over to you immediately, climbing into your lap.
Flesh, bro.
Oh, that's you.
Poor thing. You just want some attention,
You know
don't
the asterisk mark that Alyssa used to use?
A lot of people use that. I think people in our Discord use it. Like the channel Discord.
Shout out to them.
All right.
You carefully pet the cat. A rub behind an ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back.
Heh. Good.
You keep getting the cat in your lap, enjoying the bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Let's do something else. I feel like if I keep petting, he's gonna like fucking murk me.
No, don't use a quick save since now we can load. Use a regular save. Yeah.
Let's keep petting. You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm, the repetitive action soothing your usually overworking mind. You keep petting.
Why'd the music change?
The cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. Keep patting. When you scratch under the cat's chin, it bites at your fingers. You might be bleeding, but it really barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. Keep petting. You keep petting the cat.
Ha!
Oh my god.
Whoa! No, the cat isn't doing that, bro.
That's my baby. That's a baby screaming. The cat bites off your finger.
It's eating.
It hurts.
Dang, that hurts.
You're definitely bleeding now. But for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You think that it'd be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn, like you're somehow holding a deep dark abyss right in your lap. Calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking.
It's like this.
I'm like, why'd you have to check?
It's like this.
But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will run its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. You start to lift your hand from the cat, then it's a flash.
No one in a flash. Whoa!
My goddamn hand, dude! What the fuck? Your entire
isn't my
hand is
hand,
separate
is
from
it?
your wrist. It flops into your lap besides the cat. The cat's claws on its front right paw glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand.
Ah! Oh, it hurts.
It really, really hurts. Then the cat looks up at you and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next? What if you try to resist again? You were hurt for your insistent petting earlier, yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop, defying all logic. That's what really scares you. There's no reason with such fickle whims. Keep petting. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes, glinting dangerously. Well, all right then. You raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. You bleed. You pet. You bleed. You.
Huh.
Ending 7. Personal boundaries. Let's load that one back up. Let's do something else.
Alright.
I want to clean them. Upon giving it a second look, you realize that the cat isn't exactly clean. Could have told you that. Not surprisingly, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box, in an alley full of scattered garbage for who knows how long. You've heard that the cats can keep themselves clean, but maybe this is one of those times that a little human help couldn't hurt. This is gonna fucking suck. You head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be... We bathed Lucy recently.
Are you gonna quick save here?
Do you want me to?
Could be different endings.
Quickly. Cats don't like water, you think? So a quick wash would be the best way to go, right? You decide to do everything at once, filling the tub deep with soapy, bubbly, warm water, a quick dunk here, a short scrubbing there, then rinse and dry. The cat won't even know what hit it before everything's over. You open the door and click your tongue, beckoning the cat inside. Quickly scampers in, curious of the newly available setting. You close the door so it won't be able to run out and make a mess of your apartment. Stealing yourself, you roll up your sleeves. You lift up the cat and carry it over to the tub. Your plan's already compromised as the cat starts to struggle in your hold. You probably should have held it so it couldn't see the water. Oh, alrighty.
Ow, ow, hey.
Scratches your arms, you knew it wouldn't be happy about the water, but you didn't think it would be this irate. Still as mad as it will be at you for a little while, you know that this is for the best. A deep scratch to your bicep startles you, making you drop the cat.
Shoot. Kitty.
The cat doesn't reemerge, hissing and yowling like you thought. You rush over and dunk your arms beneath the soapy surface, searching for the cat. What if it bumped its head and blacked out? It would drown. But you don't find the cat. Instead...
What the?
Oh, that's you. You watch as the water starts to darken and feel a little vindicated about your decision.
Bro,
At first you think it's just dirt from the cat and feel a little vindicated about your decision, but The water darkens farther and farther, until it looks like you filled your tub with black ink rather than water. Even the soap bubbles are a translucent obsidian now.
This is...
Something's not right. What if it comes out it's like a fucking white cat? As soon as you have this thought,
whoa!
You just felt something tugging you from under the water. You try to pull away, but your arms won't budge. Whatever it is, it pulls you closer towards the water. You try to use your hand and release the drain plug, but when you dunk your other arm into the water without thinking, it's grabbed too. Both hands restrained, you can't get any leverage to force yourself free.
Help!
You're dragged into the murky waters of the tub. You're dragged down and down, farther still. Much farther than it should possibly be for your bathtub. You can't breathe, you think you can't see either, but as you draw your final breath, you think you see what has been pulling you down. Something resting deep, deep down below. Something waiting. Yeah, I see the eyes. For you. Ending 14, Bath Hater. I'm going to assume...
No, wait. Yeah.
I'm going to assume here that... I said quickly, or someone said carefully. I think carefully is probably the same, right? Oh, no. Wow.
Fucking go back. Click back like 3 or 4 times.
You think of a careful way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, so you doubt would be a fan of an excessive amount of it, so you pick the cat up and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. The cat is startled, but ultimately doesn't try to run away. Nice. High five. We're good cat dads.
The fuck what? Sure, I can high five you, but like, we did nothing.
You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. You take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking to you. You try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Guess you're up next for a bath, aren't you? You try to ignore the fur and stick with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms, before you realize that you're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough for you to try and yank it off, but...
Ow, what?
Pain lances through the spot you tugged at.
Whoa.
Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is growing out of you.
Ah!
You can actually feel it now. Fur growing of your neck, your back, your pussy and your crack, your face, your eyes, your tongue. It's even growing inside your throat. Cat does not fuck around, bro.
What did we do wrong this time?
Be a cool guy. As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening fur in your esophagus, the cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. You think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice to be looked after and cared for in some way, even though it's just for a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Self-care, buddies. It's pretty funny. We can do this one. No, this one. Let's do something else.
All right, so we did pet and clean.
So let's play with cat. Because I think feeding's going to be like a blood situation. Poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in the old box all day. Just watching crowds of people walking by, ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as you're home. A little interspecies socialized wouldn't kill you, right?
Ah, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh?
Okay.
All right, then.
Oh, sorry, that's you.
Bro.
I'm sorry.
Read your line.
What to play then?
Read your line. Just start from the top down.
If every movie and cartoon involved cats that you've watched since childhood is to be believed, then you can deduce that with almost absolute certainty that cats fucking love yarn. Probably.
Actually, you said freaking up, fucking.
You unearth some from an old box in the hallway closet that's filled with knickknacks from various abandoned hobbies. You consider just handing the ball of bright red yarn over to the cat, supervising from the side, but that would defeat the idea of playing together, wouldn't it? You cut off a decent length of string from the ball of yarn and go back to the living room. The cat is resting on the floor. It's not asleep, but when it looks up at you in the living room, you feel like it could doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. You smirk a little confident with your surprise. You let the piece of yarn dangle just above the floor, pinched between your thumb and index. Ooh.
Huh? Whoa.
The sudden shift in the cat's demeanor makes your heart start to beat a little faster. Its posture is barely changed, just a subtle shift of the head and ears, slight tension in the shoulders, a sharpness in the gaze as it locks onto the yarn dangling an inch above the floor. The cat could still pass as being almost relaxed, calm. And yet the air is thick with eagerness to lunge forward, waiting for the right moment to strike. You feel like you've just witnessed the awakening of the perfect predator. You're almost afraid of what will happen once you make the first move. Just let it go. But it will be the one who makes the first move. Oh, but it'll be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders and yoink. Oh, that's you. The cat had lunged up at the instant you wiggle the yarn, but you're faster. Completely misses as you flick your wrist, making the yarn recoil as if it out of its reach like a terrified snake. Having overshot the landing in its eagerness, the cat stumbles and looks around as if shocked at its failed attack. You generously click your tongue to help reorient it. The cat whips its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback at the intensity of its stare to the yarn, but you persist. You wiggle the yarn again encouragingly, and yes, maybe a little tauntingly. This time the cat anticipates the yarn's upward dodge and leaps up to swipe it. But you're already one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully out of reach once more.
Steps ahead. Come on. You can do it.
2 steps. It's a little condescending, but you can't seem to help it. For some reason it feels a little good, knocking the feline down a peg or two. At least it seems to be enjoying itself. You hope, anyway. You keep going. The cat's movements have gotten more aggressive. It must be getting frustrated. You could swear it nearly took a shot at your eye the last time. It had jumped so high and erratically, you've been keeping the yarn in constant motion, afraid to slow down. Your wrist is starting to get tired. The cat doesn't seem to be losing any energy, though. It's like it's getting faster and faster. Oh!
On.
No, you're good. Your wrist finally cramps sharply, making you lose control of the yarn's motion as the tip of it brushes lightly against your stomach. Slash. Pain rips slow across your torso, into your torso. Blood pours out of your mouth.
Oh, what the fuck is the physics of that? Getting hit in this stuff. Some animated bleeding.
Got hit pretty fucking hard. In a daze, you look down and see the red blooming slowly along the bottom of your shirt, around the tears in your fabric. Plop. You watch as a long thick of rope, something pour out from under your shirt into a bloody heap on the floor at your feet. Single red streaked rope still hangs from you, connecting you to all that mess. Are those my fucking intestines? You crumble to the ground and topple over onto your side. Your vision's gone blurry, but kitty cat, hi baby, hi, hi. You can just make out the shape of something small in a deep inky black as it walks over and inspects you. Oh god, these are intestines. Before it starts to giddily roll around in the mass of your bloody insides next to you. Stinky kitty.
I don't think you're meant to do that, kitty.
Darkness falls over you. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically, you wonder where the yarn has gone, but there's really no need to worry about that. The cat seems content with the next best thing. Ending 11 at the end of the year. You want to do one more?
Yeah, we can probably do one more. Hold on, wait. Yeah, go to the... Let's see how many endings we got real quick.
I think we're like 7? 6. So we'll end it at 7. So let's do...
6 of 40? Damn! It's a long-ass game. You want to go to like when we're choosing what toy?
Let's try like a front to back one with this.
What do you mean a front to back one?
Well, I want to see if there's any like custom stuff that we might have unlocked or any special stuff since we have 6 endings.
You mean, yeah, I get what you're saying.
We'll see about the leaving it behind because we only got like 2 endings from that.
Hold on, click history.
Why?
And then click settings or preferences. Alright, and then skip. Click one of those. You can click unseen text. That's probably the best one. Because that'll, if you click skip now, it'll just skip what we haven't seen.
Okay.
But you have to
do not take how.
unclick it. It's like a toggle.
I want to do that.
You're not
God damn it. Let's leave the cat. I want to see what happens if I do that real quick. Ignore.
I don't think we've seen that text before.
Yeah, here we go. All right.
Alright, we have not seen any of this.
I think I'll...
Go to a dog park.
You decide to take a stroll at a park or something. The only one within walking distance is the nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First, you get to see a cute cat today, and now you'll get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions, playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, never napping, even napping. Such cuties, whatever. Like you fucking want to mangy mutts.
Whoa, dogs are better than cats.
That's a crazy opinion. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it is.
I'm willing to kill the entire channel over this disagreement.
Okay, I'll stand on my ground.
Alright, channel's over, guys.
Okay.
That's the end of YouTube.
Okay. It's not like we have to record more of this game.
Alright, read your line.
Huh?
What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decide to move on. The dogs are also adorable. You want to pet every single one that you come across. But you know not all owners are cool with strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either.
Bro.
So what?
Keep reading, bro.
So you stroll around the path trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of those cute dogs over to you. One of the cute doggos. You don't have to wait very long. Oh my god, little boy! Oh my god!
Nah. You said you didn't
There's
like
a
dogs.
Beeble.
You
There's
said
a
you didn't like
Beeble.
dogs,
I don't like
bro.
my dog.
Stop faking.
You don't have a dog. You don't have dogs or cats.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'm still allowed to have an opinion.
Your opinion you get to have is goldfish.
Hey man, nobody's...
You get to have a goldfish opinion.
Why?
Your favorite animal is a goldfish.
Fuck no. My favorite snack could be goldfish. Not animal.
You stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've
The
ever
cracker's
seen scampers up
goldfish,
to you,
not
blocking your
actual
path.
goldfish.
Fucking raw.
What the fuck, man?
Quick save, please.
This is evil.
Kill the puppy.
Why, bro? Why would you do that?
Why would you?
No, that's horrible. There's no way why I would ever do that.
Kick the puppy.
What? It's just a puppy. There's no way I would ever do that.
Eat the puppy.
Huh? That's disgusting. Okay, well, some culture. I think I'm gonna be
That's
sick.
my boy.
There's no way I would ever do that.
Pick up the puppy.
You remember on YouTube when we found the video and it was like cooking like holy
shit, drop it.
Ah.
Terrified, you drop the puppy to the ground. What a wood dog. Partially throwing it from you. Immediately you feel horrible, watching in guilt as a tiny yelp as it releases upon hitting the ground. The owner shoves you aside with a cutting glare and storms away with her puppy.
I'm sorry.
You call out, but they don't turn back or respond. Not that you expected them to. You deserved it. Maybe you're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. Stay at the park. You stay at the park!
What?
You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the park, but every so often one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe you should have stayed with me instead. You're broken out of your thoughts. You're broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw it back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly...
Huh?
Oh shit, you're about to get fucking tackled. This game needs more QTEs. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward and sees a large dog sprinting towards you. Ah shit. Satan dog. He's gonna fucking kill me, bro.
Cat with world-bending, like, evil powers.
A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry and throw it back!
Oh,
Throw! You throw the frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive. The dog and the owner walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. I'm not petting him. Oh, he's a baby! Dog's named Princess. The dog looks
That
up at
doesn't
you.
even look like a harmful dog.
Eager for it almost fucking killed you. Eager for its reward. It
Because
pets
the
and
cat is
pats for catching the
controlling this
frisbee.
world, bro. Should I?
Pet dog. Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. Pet the dog. He's just a boy. You reach out your hand.
It's gonna like bite your hand off.
The boy, you pet the dog. Oh, you bark him. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, shit. The sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along at all the pet owners to see the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in a blink of an
Holy
eye.
shit.
You vaguely remember that you should have never looked directly at an eclipse, but for some reason you don't look away. A loud piercing yell fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. Instinctively, you move to lift your hands in order to shield your eyes, but shit! What the
Turned into
fuck?
goop.
But the hand that is cautiously pressed up against the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance like sticky slime almost come cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. The dog's head stretches with it too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet.
Wrong, wait.
Bro.
What year did this game come out?
Like last year, I think.
No, because they have some from 2023.
Just
Also, I swear I've seen this game before.
maybe.
Anyway.
You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. You see similar piles of clothes next to piles of goo scattered all across the park's open field. All the dogs, all the owners. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then starts to move with a shudder. Oh, fuck. Dude. It slithers across the grass towards the field in the center of the park.
I've like clicked a wiki page for it, and it's on the villains wiki. The cat.
The cat.
Full name unknown. Alias. The cat, kitty, the creature, it. Origin, the game. Occupation. Guess the occupation.
Satan.
Serial killer.
All the
And then look at all its powers, bro. Like Gojo level powers.
Immortality.
Bro. Gojo level powers.
Sharp claws.
Reality warping.
For manipulation.
all the other piles of goo following after it. Here we go, Josh.
Man.
Do Mega Satan.
All because you like dogs a little
They
more
mix
than
and melt
cats.
together into a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. You watch it. You watch the day's horror as it fills out and shapes itself. What? Oh my god! Oh hell nah! Oh hell nah! Into a behemoth of a dog, snarling and frothing at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching. Before the glowing orbs land directly at you. Brah! The rumbling growl it emits so low and deep you can feel the sound of it crash into you. Leave the park? I don't want to leave the park.
No, leave. It's gonna make you run.
Leave the park. Good evening. No. You had your choice. Better start running. You try to run. Try to see if there's like a QTE. But you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. I'm dead.
Bruh.
I'm dead.
Bruh.
I'm dead.
Bruh.
It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21. Dog person. This is a cool game, right? You fun with this? I fun with this heavy. I think it's pretty cool. I like cats. I think it's a great time.
I like dogs. They had to disrespect them too much.
So that was Do Not Take the Cat Home. Obviously, we can't get all 40 endings. That would take fucking hours and hours and hours.
But that incentivizes you, the viewer. Yes,
This
you,
is free. This
the
game's
viewer, to
fucking
play
free.
it.
Yeah, I incentivize you to play. It's going to be the top link down in the description below. It's an itch.io game. It's free. Additionally, if you do really want to see us play more of this, liking, subscribing, commenting, and just supporting this video in particular, it'll really help us out. So
Maybe we'll play it on stream or something.
yeah, if this is like a banger video, we'll do a part 2. You know what I mean?
That is true. We can do that.
Well, either way, that was Do Not Take the Cat Home. I highly recommend going down and supporting the dev, liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing with a friend. I think it's going to be just about it for today. Josh, anything you want to say real quick? Kitty cat. I'm just a boy. I'm just
I don't know,
a boy.
bro. I ain't got nothing.
What do you think about cats now after that? Are you more or less
Nah.
likely to buy a cat?
No, I'm still dogs over cats.
Really? Even if it
Yes.
means you fucking die?
Sure.
All right. Josh is afraid of pussy. Bye, bitches.
I didn't say that.